and welcome to Ghostly Gossip, the podcast where we discuss all things paranormal and our experiences with them. My name is Derry, and I run a group called Devon and Cornwall Paranormal Investigators, or DCPI. Just as a warning, the podcast may include swearing. Today we're getting to speak with Pete, who investigates as part of the DCPI team. Today we welcome Pete to the show. So, Pete, how did you get into the paranormal world?
Well, I grew up, with my mum. She was heavily into ghost films and horror films and that lot. It's kind of like rubbed off onto me, really. Like, Lady in White or Women in Black or stuff like that, really. Got me into it. So that's how I got into it, really.
And how did you get into investigating the paranormal?
So my son passed away, and we were just talking about it, and me and my wife, and we went on a ghost hunt, and he actually come through on the spirit box, and it was quite quite realistic, like, oh my god, and that's kind of like how I got into it all.
Oh wow, yeah, to have a personal experience like straight away, that's incredible.
He actually come through to me on the glasswork first, then he come through to my wife on the Ouija board.
Wow. God, I wish my dead people would speak to me. I've been doing this for ages and they never bother.
Yeah, we was actually we was in a different group, so I was in one group, my wife was in another group.
Oh, and you were both getting an experience with it?
Yeah, it come through to me on spirit, onto the glasswork first, and I said, anybody wants to talk, and he got straight over to me, and I was like, oh no, here we go. And that was it. And that's how it all began.
I love that. Oh no, here we go, like...
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it all began.
That's how I feel every time the planchette comes towards me as well, so don't worry. Like, uh-oh.
It was really good, and we got a couple of messages through that we knew it was him, and because we passed away, and he had a little Winnie the Pooh teddy bear, and he actually, when he passed away, it actually died. It hasn't worked ever since.
Oh wow!
And it said goodbye, and the torch went out by the side of the Ouija board.
Oh, amazing!
So yeah, that's how I got into it all.
How long have you been investigating now, would you say?
Oh, about just over nearly a year and a half now.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was with another company, then I come with you guys.
Poor you.
Nah, it's good. It's all good. All the people are nice and that lot, so yeah, I'm happy.
So, in your investigating experience, what's been your favourite place that you've visited?
Oh, favourite place? I am a sucker for Widley. Fort Widley on top of Port Stanhill.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. It's an old fort, and we've had some amazing times there, really. And yeah, it's probably one of my favourite places that I've been so far.
What kind of activity have you had there?
We've had glasswork, spirit box going off, Ouija board, pendulum's been really good there as well.
Amazing.
It's just that place keeps on giving. It's a place that keeps on giving. That place. Really
absolutely
good.
You find that, don't you, sometimes, like, you go back and the more you go back the more happens. It seems to grow every time you go.
Yeah, because some of us, some of the staff members, we actually did a hunt like 2 weeks ago in a graveyard, and it actually come through Widley, and we were like, no way, that's mad. So I don't know, maybe a person there was buried there, was up in Fort Widley, I don't know. So.
Oh, that'd be incredible to figure out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's just a random word come up on the Alice box, Widley. We're like, oh my god. So.
But that's such a non-typical word to come up. It's not like death or ghost, is it? Do you know what I mean? That's going to be everywhere. That's such a specific place.
Yeah, it's just a really random word. Widley. We were like, oh, what? And we said, are you with us from Fort Widley? And we never got any answers back, and it just didn't carry on. But it was just weird. It said Widley.
That is strange. That is really strange.
Yeah.
So what's the scariest place you visited?
Scariest place? Probably the fort next to it, Fort Purbrook.
Okay.
So we were doing an investigation out there, and I checked the rooms because we had guests in the room and that lot, and I thought I'd check the room just in case they left any equipment in there. So I went in there, shone my head torch around and my torch. I was like, no, check the corners because usually for cat balls in the corners for some reason. I don't know. Some guests always put them in the corners for some reason. I don't know why. And I went in there and checked around. I was like, no, all safe, all good. Walked back out, and there was a bit of wood that literally come out the doorway, and it landed behind me.
Oh.
And I didn't look it, and I was like Spider-Man around the corner, apparently. So
I would be a bit of 2x4 coming at me.
Yeah, it was weird. It was just like, yeah, I kind of like, I was done by 9:30. I wanted to go home, to be fair.
Oh, bless you.
It was like, the hair at the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh.
I mean, me and you, we were down the DJ tunnels, weren't we? And me and you got grilled at.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Yeah, that's the only second time, really, that's ever happened. So.
I hate growls. I hate, evil noises. That
was unreal, that was.
If you can growl, come to me with real English,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Have a conversation.
It was quite flat that night, wasn't it? We didn't really get a lot through that night, and we walked around and did a check over, and that happened.
But again, it was, I think it was only 3 of us, wasn't it, on our own?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And I do find that the smaller group you've got, or if you're just wandering around, especially at the end of the night, checking everyone's left, it seems to then go absolutely mental.
It does, yeah, it does. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know, you're more acceptable on your own. Maybe a bit volatile,
Yeah, you're more vulnerable.
yeah, pretty much.
So what's the creepiest thing that's happened to you or that you've witnessed on a hunt, would you say?
Well, when I first went ghost hunting, up in Fort Whitley again, we did a reverse pendulum.
Okay.
In this really weird room, kind of like weird vibes in there. And so we was all doing reverse pendulum in there. And we were getting stuff coming through, and the cat ball went off. And I actually got kicked on the back of my trainer. So that's probably the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me so far.
Yeah, I would not be happy with that.
No, it wasn't like an angry kick. It was just like a little boy kick, with like a little toddler kicking you.
Oh, wow. Did you get anything from that? Did you ask about it or anything?
Yeah, because one of the other members, Laura, and because I was holding hands with Laura, and I like holding hands with Laura in the dark. I turned around and I never met, never really met Laura before, and I was like, did you kick me? She was like, no, it wasn't me. And I was like, I've definitely been kicked, and we shone a torch down, and I had a chalk mark where I was kicked on the back of my trainer.
Oh, amazing. So there was physical residue of it happening.
Yeah, it was weird. Very weird. But it was good. It just prove it can happen.
Yeah, I'd have been out of there.
No.
I'm one of those that if somebody says touch someone in the room, I'm there going, not me, don't you dare, not at all.
Not me, yeah. It is good. It is. It does get the art going sometimes. So.
Obviously, you said you really enjoy the fort and things. What are your top 5 places that you'd love to investigate?
I'd like to do Pendle.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to do that. I think that'd be quite interesting. Probably, I don't know, there's quite a lot of good places around, I think.
There is. A lot of incredible places.
Probably the Conjuring House.
Okay, yep, cool.
I think that's quite documented as being really haunted, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You wouldn't be expecting a quiet night, would you?
No, I probably wouldn't go there on my own, and I'd have to take a few people with me. H.H. Holmes's house.
Okay.
I think that'd be quite a good one. Also quite up there, isn't it? So probably East Drive as well.
So East Drive, yeah.
Apparently, I don't know if it's true or not. So yeah, it might be really good. You never know, dear.
To be fair, doing the podcast, I've had mixed reviews.
So I've heard that people have great night's sleeps there. So I don't know. So.
Yeah, I've had mixed reviews. Some people kind of really rave about it, and then kind of there's a definite other half that are it's not kind of worth your time. But I would love to go, especially just as a bucket list one,
Yeah, I think you got to knock it off, haven't you?
Absolutely. Interestingly, talking about Pendle, on one of the other podcasts, a lady talks about how she lived in a house just across from Pendle, and she went and stayed in a cottage up there, and she's given us the name of it, and apparently it was absolutely insane, and it's well worth a visit, and it's quite cheap, so that's definitely something I'm going to look into for us to go and do.
That'd be quite good then.
Because I know it's one of Roz's top places as well that she really wants to go to.
She loves the old Pendle, doesn't she?
Oh, she does.
So, have I got 2 more to do, I think, haven't I?
Yeah, I think you got 2 more if you've got them.
Probably a mental asylum.
Yep.
I think Roz raves about Bronny Garth.
Oh, yes.
Never been there, so I always wanted to go there.
That was my experience of holding Laura's hand in the dark all night.
Was it? Yeah?
Yeah, she held my hand all night. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, apparently it's really good and really active. It
is an incredible place. The energy there is just another level from what I've experienced. Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that'd be quite cool to go there. Probably Queen Mary, is it, in America?
Yeah.
I think that'd be quite interesting. I've seen a lot of like ghost adventures there and stuff like that, and I think Jack Osborne's been there as well. Yeah, no,
it's quite a well featured place, and it does look awesome, to be fair.
I think they're actually doing sleepovers there now, aren't they?
Oh, lovely! So you get a whole night of not sleeping. Love that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it'd be quite cool. A whole night of investigations. So, yeah, I think that'd be good.
Is there anywhere you wouldn't visit?
Do you know what? I'll probably give anything a go.
Try everywhere once.
Yeah, you've got to do it. Yeah, especially like a paranormal investigator. You want to go there for the evidence, don't you? So.
That is true. That is fair. Although I would be some places I would probably be quite terrified to go in at first.
Yeah, probably. I said in Ross first. She gets on for half an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. Like as a test subject. So if she comes running out screaming, and if she does, we won't go in.
Yeah, exactly. Do that. Yeah, that's the deal.
So when you're investigating, what is your favourite bit of equipment to use and why?
I do like a good old-fashioned spirit box.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do like that. Or necrophonics. So yeah, I do like that piece of equipment.
And have you had quite good results, like across the board?
Yeah, we was in Wimbledon Manor in Portsmouth. We was in a room there called the panel room, and me and my wife there was there, and we had some of the investigators from DCPI there, and we had a spirit box session for good 25-30 minutes, and it was some of the stuff that come through was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
My wife's maiden name come through on the spirit box.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and my name got called about 4 or 5 times.
Oh, you were very interesting to them then that night.
Yeah, and we found out, we did a little bit digging down, and we found out it was my granddad, there to protect me. So,
that's lovely.
Yeah, and we had spirit balls going off, and yeah, it was really, really good night.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sometimes a bit funny about apps, but they like necrophonics and stuff. But I remember at Bronny Garth, we had necrophonics on in what I think was the morgue, and it sounded like it was just coming out of gobbledygook, and I was kind of like, this is making no sense. And some of the other guests were like, yeah, this isn't really like making much sense. And then one of the other guests was like, hold on, like play that again. And we were like, oh, we can't play it again. And she was like, I'm going to listen. And it turns out they were talking Welsh.
Oh, right, yeah.
So then the lady who can understand Welsh was then asking questions in Welsh, getting responses in Welsh, and then translating to English. And once I saw that, I was like, okay, that for me validates it a lot more, because it's not just chucking out random English words. It's chucking out Welsh.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, after that, I was kind of like, okay, I'm not against this as much anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And especially my wife, I'd say back to Wimbledon, how would anybody know my wife's maiden name?
Yeah.
It's not a common name. So it was weird. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So what is your goal in hunting the paranormal?
Goal hunting the paranormal. I would like to capture a photo of a spirit or an orb or something like that. I think that'd be quite cool.
Like a full body.
Have that little bit of proof in your hand.
Yeah, especially when they're not there. I think that's my kind of like That would be my kind of like main aim, would be a full-bodied apparition of somebody I know isn't in the room.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
But then you'd still get people online going, "Oh, it's superimposed, it's AI, it was one of your team," wouldn't
exactly. Yeah, you got to try and convince the non-believers.
But at least I would know it's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, I've got some EVPs on my phone and stuff like that, but it's, you know what I mean, an actual photo of, like, because we do them in bursts, don't we?
Yeah.
Five or four. And to see it's like not one there, 1 and 2, but it could be in 3, 4 and 5's normal. You know, that last glimpse would be amazing.
Have you seen a full-bodied apparition?
No.
Oh, that's always an experience.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think would you run away? I don't know. What would you do?
I first saw them when I was a kid, and I didn't run away, but that's because I didn't understand it, I think. If I saw one now, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Even though that's what I'm there for, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be really amazing, though. I think you would, poo your pants. But I think, especially in the dark, in one of the tunnels up on the floor, I'll be definitely straight out there. I'll be screaming all the way out. But yeah, I think it'd be quite interesting if it did.
Could you imagine in the tunnels as well, where it's not easy to find your way out? Like,
No, I've got a story about that. If you got time for a quick story.
Go on.
Me and another investigator, we were clearing the tunnels at the end of the night.
Yeah.
And we went down. This was at Fort Pembroke, so it goes down down in the tunnel, then it levels off, and it goes down into another tunnel, and it was pitch black. And I thought, do you know what? I'll take my big torch with me. It's got a million candle light one. Going halfway down it, and the light the torch completely shut off, and we're just in darkness.
Oh.
And both our looks on our faces were like, we need to get out of here. And it was just a mad rush up to the top. It was good. And we were both knackered by the time we got back out of it.
I can imagine. Yeah, no, I'd be an absolute mess in that situation.
Yeah, it was like halfway down, so it's quite a long way down into the tunnels. Yeah, and the lights just went out, and it's just like pitch black.
Oh, you can't even call for help.
God. Yeah, we were, and it's like steep hills all the way up. Yeah, we were proper blowing, and we got over the top of that. So.
Oh God, yeah, no. I love investigating tunnels. Underground is where I feel at home. But if that happened, it might put me off. I must say.
No, it was a good experience. You know what I mean? See, I run up as far as I can run up a hill, but other than that, it was all right.
I bet they thought it was hilarious, mate.
Yeah, I thought, I ain't going to be the last one out of this tunnel. So I'm off. See you later.
Obviously, making sure your colleague was also okay.
No, it was just like, every man for himself at that point.
I had an experience like that at Bronny Garth as well. It was like, forget everyone else. I just need to get out.
Yeah, that's it. See you later. Yeah.
My safety is paramount.
Yeah, exactly. Because I thought I would watch a load of horror films, and it's usually the last one who gets killed first. So. I'm off. See you later.
Well, remind me not to partner up with you on a hunt, Pete, because I might get left behind for dead.
Yeah, that's why I like partnering up with Rods.
So, would you say you 100% believe in spirits?
100%.
100%?
100%. Yeah, I believe in them. Yeah.
Not a single doubt.
No, not a single doubt. No, 100%. They are. Something's definitely happening. So.
Yeah, no, it's a valid point. It's interesting because some people I speak to, like, even though they do this all the time and they find amazing evidence, they're still like not quite there.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, it's that golden bit of evidence, like we just discussed about, like a full body apparition that they say will tip them over.
Mm.
But I'm like, how much evidence do you need? Like, if you're hearing voices, if you're seeing shadows, if your kit's going crazy, like on a regular basis in different places, is that picture going to tip you over the edge, really?
Yeah, because I work with non-believers. All my work colleagues are non-believers. And the amount of grief I get at work. But, you know what I mean? I go in there and I can show them loads of stuff, but I know they won't believe me. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I find out a lot of non-believers who kind of like pick out on evidence and things are the ones
Yeah.
least likely to come to a hunt when you invite them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Um,
What do you do, eh? Everybody's got their own beliefs, I suppose.
I think for some people it's easier to pretend nothing exists than face the possibility of something existing and not understanding it.
Yeah.
Or being
Yeah,
able to control it.
Yeah.
It's a lot more
Yeah.
terrifying for some people.
Yeah, that's a shame, really, because I don't know. I think if they'd come, especially the lads at work, they'd come one night. I think we could change their minds. So, but what can you do?
We can just keep telling them and shoving them and hope one day that they get brave enough.
Yeah, I think they all might be chickens at work. So.
Well, let's hope they don't tune into the podcast here you saying that, otherwise you'll get more flack at work.
Oh, they probably are listening. So. Yeah. I'll probably get it in the neck when I go back to work. So.
Well, if they came on a hunt and they'd see it was real, it's their own fault, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm trying to convince them, but they probably won't do it. So.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, Pete. It's been lovely to chat to you.
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
Hopefully you can be on another one soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, thank you. We hope you've enjoyed the Ghostly Gossip podcast today. If you would like to follow what we do and where we go as a team, you can search for Devon and Cornwall Paranormal Investigators on all social media platforms and Google. If you don't want to miss an episode, please follow and subscribe. We'd really appreciate your support.